guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching my videos. On today's tutorial, we are going to be making use of this material to make a fitted pants trouser for a female. This is what I'm going to be making here on today's tutorial. So guys, if this is what you like to do, watch this video from the beginning to the ending, and then don't forget to put on the notification bell, and then tell a friend to watch this
Here
video
with me on the
as well.
table, I have
Thank
my
you
fabric
for watching.
folded to
Let's get
equal
started.
parts, and I folded by my hip measurement. I have my hip measurement folded on the table. Then I added 5 inches to it, 5 inches to my hip, and can you see? So this is my hip plus 5 inches on the table right here. So guys, the next step is to share the measurement. The waist measurement is 32, will be placed on the waist measurement. Hip measurement is 44, and the knee measurement is 19 inches. The full length of the trouser we are making is 34 inches, and I will go ahead and add 2 inches for any allowance. So I think that's all for the measurement on today's tutorial. So I'll go ahead and place my 2 inches on the starting line. I have 2 inches for my band. The length of my band will be 2 inches. The wideness of my band will be my waist measurement. So I'll go ahead and place it on the marginal line. So before that, I'm going to take 0.5 and I will connect this point together to, so this will start as my guide. It will start as my guide, like my starting line. So I will use my ruler to connect this marginal line together.
So this is my starting line. So on this line, I'm going to place my tape measure hip point. I have 8 inches for my hip point. Don't forget, I'm still placing my tape measure on this line, 2 inches for the band. So I will mark it this way. This is my 8 inches. I hope you saw it. And from my hip point, this is my hip line, and then I'm going to match my cross depth. So I'm going to match my cross depth, which is 11 inches. 11 inches is my cross depth. And my knee from the waist as well, the knee measurement is 19 inches. So the full length is 34 inches, like I said, 34 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark 34 inches. This is my 34 inches. And I'll go ahead and add 2 inches for the hemming allowance. So this 2 inches will serve as my sewing allowance of the lower part of the trouser we are making. So guys, I'll go ahead and extend this line together. Is to take 1.5 from the waistline. I will take 1, and you could take 2 inches, but I prefer to take 1.5. So I will place my tape measure and take 1.5. This is my 1.5, and I will come to the hip point. I'm going to take 0.5 from the hip. So I will connect this together, and here on the knee, this is my knee length. I will go ahead and take 1 inch for my knee. This is my knee, and I will go to the hemline. I'm going to take 1.5 as well, and this will extend to the hemming line 1.5. So the next step is to place my waist measurement, hip measurement, and the remaining ones. So the waist measurement, the measurement will start from this point and not this point. So the waist measurement is 32 inches. I'm placing my tape measure here. So 32 divided by 4 gives me 8 inches. I will mark it out. Then I will add 1 inch for my dart and 2 inches for my sewing allowance. I will cut to my hip point. I will come to my hip point right here and place the hip measurement divided by 4 on this line, and I'm not going to start on this tape. I will start here. So this is my hip measurement divided by 4, and then I'm going to add my sewing allowance as well. So this is my crush depth. So I'll go ahead and place my thigh measurement, and the thigh measurement for today's tutorial is 24 inches. So I'll go ahead and place 12 inches like so. Now I'm going to add my allowance 2 inches. So I will connect all these points together like this, like this. I will connect it together this way. I will sew it like that. So I will divide my round knee measurement into 2, and I will place it on the knee measurement. Now the round knee measurement I have here, I have 16 inches divided by 2 will give me 8 inches, and I will place it this way. I'm going to add just 1 inch for the allowance. I want the full length, the length of the trouser to be. So I'll go ahead and divide these 12 inches into 2. Okay, this is what I have for the front panel. So the next step is to just cut it out like so. So before I cut it, I forgot. I will go to So after cutting, this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like after cutting. I hope you saw it. So the next step is to cut the back panel. This is, I've already placed my front panel. This is my front panel on the remaining fabric to bring the back panel out. So this is how it's looking. So the next step is to just come to this side, and I will take 1 inch. I'm taking 1 inch from here. So I'm taking 1 inch from here. So I'll mark my 1 inch right here. This is my 1 inch. And I will connect this marking to the end of the front panel. I will use my long ruler to do that. I hope you saw it. So this marking will be cut off. So I will cut it off right here. going to cut it off like so. So I will go ahead and place and mark here. You know, the back of our trouser usually longer than the front. Okay, so I'll go up 1.5 or 2 inches. I like to go up 2 inches from this point as well. So I'll mark 2 inches up right here, and from here to I'll go ahead and mark same 2 inches. So on the hip point I will mark 2 inches. On the crotch depth I'll go ahead and mark 3 inches or 2.5. So let me mark 2.5. 2.5 is fine. On the knee length I will mark 1.5. On the knee length I will mark 1.5, and on the full length I will mark 1.5 as well. I'm marking 1.5 on the full length. On the knee length I marked 1.5. On the crotch I marked 2.5. On the hip I marked 2 inches. On the waist I marked 2 inches. So guys, I will connect these lines together. So this marking I will just bring it like so. Bringing my marking like so. Please, whenever you want to cut your own, make sure you secure it with pin. You can see me struggling with this because I didn't use my pin to hold it down. So this is my 2 inches. So I will connect this one to this one right here. And then connect to this. And I will bring this point to the knee length. Then to the end line. So guys, this is what we have. So I will go ahead and separate back panel from our front panel. So before I do that, I will notch the dart. I will notch our dart before I do that. And this will be done by dividing your nipple to nipple into 2. Nipple to nipple divided by 2. So I'll go ahead and measure. This is my back panel. So I will separate the back panel right here. This is our back panel. Then I will work on the front panel. It's going to have pockets. So what next we are going to do is to just place it very well. The way you see me doing like this, I'm placing it, I'm arranging it very well. So from this point, you could choose 2 inches or 1.5. So me, I'm going to go for 1.5 from today's tutorial. From the waistline, I'm going to mark 1.5, and this is what I marked. And from this point, this waistline, I will determine how long I want the depth of my pocket to be. So don't forget, we still have 2 inches for our band. So always remember to place your 2 inches on the waistline. So I'll go ahead and mark 7 inches. 7 inches is what I want for the length of the pocket. So the next step is to connect these 2 inches we've marked here to this 7 inches, and I will place my ruler to connect it. You can slant it and you can curve it depending on how you want it, but I'll go ahead and slant it this way to this point. I hope you saw my slanting. So if you want to curve it, you can as well curve it depending on your choice, but I prefer this slanting. So this slanting one is fine by me. So the next step is to just arrange it very well, because the pocket must be accurate. Okay, so I'll go ahead and arrange it very well this way, and then I will start the cutting from here. So this is where I cut from this part. Okay, so I hope you saw it. So this is our front panel. So the next step is to cut the pockets. On the table, I have like a square 2 pieces for my pocket. I have like 8 by 8. 8 by 8. This is 8 by 8 pieces I have here on the table. So I will use my trouser right here. So I will place my trouser on it, one side, right side facing each other, and I will make sure I place it very well. I hope you saw what I'm doing. So I will cut what I cut on the trouser initially. Exact what I cut. I hope you saw it. So I'll set this one aside. Make sure they are aligned. I hope you saw what I'm cutting. So the next step is to join the 2 pockets together. We'll go ahead and sew like this. Alright guys, this is the pocket piece. I went ahead and joined it to the trouser piece. So the next step is to join the 2 together. So I will go ahead and fold it like so. We are going to fold it this way. Make sure it aligns on the waistline and on the lower part of the pocket. This is what I need. So make sure you arrange it very well. I hope you saw this place. I hope you saw it this way. So make sure you arrange it very well before you use your pin to secure it. So I hope you saw it. So I arranged it very well, and then I will use my pin to secure it so that it doesn't shoot whenever I want to sew it on my machine. I hope you saw what I did. So the next step is to join from here, from this ending part of the pocket piece, from this side to this side. I will join from here to here, and then I will join it to this side, and I will top stitch here. So this is how it will look after I join it. So I will not join. This is where we are going to put our hand. I hope you saw it. So I will go ahead and join it, and I will do the same thing today. So guys, this is what I have after I joined my pocket. This is how it's looking. This is it. So this is my pocket. The next step is to place front and back together to join the cross line. So I'll place it this way. And I'll join the cross line. And I will do the same thing. So I placed front and back here together, and I will use my pin to secure it on the both sides. So guys, I've used my pin to secure it on the both sides. So the next step is to go to my machine and start the joining from the waistline to the hairline on this. This is how it's looking after I was done joining both sides together. So the next step is to join this together. So the cross depth to the length on this side. So I'll join it together from here like this to the other side. Alright guys, this is what I have after I was done joining both front and back together. This is how it's looking. This is the front panel, and here is our back panel. I hope you saw it. So I inserted my dart on both front and back. So this is it. And then this is my pocket. So the next step is to cut the waistband like I said, and before I cut the waistband, I will determine where I want the zip to be. Okay, where I want the zip to be, either of the side, right side or the left side. Then I will lose like 6 or 6.5 inches where I want to place my zip. Then I will add my band to it and do the hem line, and we are done.
So guys, I'm cutting the band. I have 32 inches for the waist measurement, and the length of the band will be 2 inches, but I'm cutting 4 inches. I'm going to fold it on my waistline, and this is what I'm marking right here. So I'm marking it, then I will go ahead and cut.
So guys, here is the final look of the fitted pants trouser we're making. I've added my band, I added my zip to the left side. It's actually your choice, you can add it to the left or right, but I added it to the left side, and I still have my pocket. This is my pocket, and this is my zip. This is my zip, and I still have my pocket. My pocket, and this is the other pocket. Kindly like this video, share with your family and friends, and if this is what you like, subscribe to this channel for more videos. Many thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I love you. Bye.